It's so interesting that no matter how much experience people have in the movie business, nobody knows how a film is going to be received. And in the case of The Lion King, they just didn't know for sure. It was when audiences first saw it that it became evident that this was not just another Disney cartoon feature.
It had a life of its own all the way through the making of it. And to tell you the honest truth, when you got to the end of the process, you were a little perplexed as to what it was going to do. I remember the last thing that a lot of people said, including myself, right before it released, this is either going to be huge or it's not going to work at all.
You always want things to be successful. You don't work any less hard on a failure. You don't give any more blood and sweat and tears on a failure or the success. And why one succeeds and why one fails is the miracle of creation.
No one ever dreamed that it was going to have this kind of success. But, you know, just everything changed and it just took on a life of its own.
I mean, the picture came out, it stayed for a long time, it went away for a while, it got re-released because we didn't have a Christmas slot, and boom, it was on everybody's top 10 list. As you know, if you missed it the first time, go see it. This is really amazing.
In the entertainment business, occasionally, once a decade, sometimes never, you're part of a cultural phenomenon where it becomes, the end result becomes greater and more significant than you ever thought it would be.
It's become a part of the culture. They change their way of going just a little bit as they go from country to country and kind of become the property of whoever has it there.
I don't think I realized how big The Lion King was. It is a huge name, and the fact that it's The Lion King is, I mean, it's just one of those things like My Fair Lady that everybody's heard of.
It is an extraordinary journey of hundreds and hundreds of artists that have touched the hand of Lion King.
And then later, of course, people would come up and say, why don't you make another one of those? And I'd say, if you thought, you know, that we knew how we did it, we'd be making them every 15 minutes.
It reestablished, if this needed reestablishing, that the animators who were working for the Walt Disney Studio at that time in the 1990s were the best in the world.
I think for the first time we felt legitimate. We felt we had crossed a barrier from children's entertainment to entertainment.
One of the startling things about working in animated movies is this sense that they don't really age. It's a startling thing to realize that people who were children when they first saw it actually now will have their own children who they will show it to. And there'll be a new medium delivery and they'll show it to their children.
Watching my daughter just be, you know, it was, that's the only time I feel like it is a bigger thing than what we ever dreamed it would be.
No one, I don't care who they are or what they say, ever sets out to make a worldwide event or something that influences culture. And in fact, I think if you set out to find those things, you probably fail. All you have, as one of the great Disney animators said, Eric Larson used to say, all we really have as craftspeople and filmmakers is sincerity. It's our gift to the audience. And so when you try to put that across, people feel that.
One of the happiest experiences of my life was doing The Lion King, the whole project, the 4-year process of it, and seeing the end result. This was a home run from the word go, and I think it's because of all the people involved. And I was so proud to have been a part of it.
This had something that appealed to people on a deeper or more fundamental level.
Father! Remember. Don't leave me.
I think with Lion King, there were just a lot of elements that sort of came together right at the right time, and it was really powerful.
Suddenly, what seemed like a huge group of, hundreds of people working on a movie seems very small when you think of this group of people in a warehouse in Glendale, creating something that has moved people.
There was a letter that was sent to Disney by a man who had lost his wife. And he said, I didn't know what to tell my child, too young to truly understand what death was. And he said, what I did was I tried to explain to them that Mommy was gone, but Mommy was always looking down on them. Sorry. It was just really touching. And I think when our films do that, it makes it all worthwhile.